Yeah, mama papa. This is your girl Queen Eve, and you're rocking with DJ Advil. He has another level of high life. Are you ready to turn up? Because I know the major key to success is to dance on your feet. Let's go.
How dare them? Hey, me of all people, move by someone they may call Ghana. Hey.
I don't take madness. I don't take far.
Charlie, Mama, come out some more story time with Queen Eve.
Keep it up.
Keep watching Eve's Eye.
What's up, everyone? This is your girl Queen Eve, aka Evelyn Kumsen. Don't know, you don't know. Okay. Metrombo. Anyways, if it's your first time tuning into Eve's Eye, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, and share. So here's my story time. It all started in 2000. It was a summer holiday. Everybody was, excited. I was 10 years old at that time. And a lot of things were going on. My parents would tell me to sit down and I'll stand. My parents would tell me, are you listening? And I'll deaf them out. I don't even know what that meant. But anyways, yeah, so at a point, I was just one of those kids. I was just basa. And especially in church. So mind you, I was a church kid,
Barely.
Hey, I think the disgrace happened in church when they told me that I should be behaving at church service. They'll take me to the children's service. And mind you, I like to chat. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Cassandra. Hey, how are you doing? No, hey, Doreen. How are you? Hey, Sasa. Hi. Yo, I was one of those kids. Like, whatever it was, I was a talkative. So, it started from church service, and I think that my parents were just too embarrassed. At a point, everybody knew that, hey, you have Lempekasa. Hey, I remember at a point, my Sunday school teacher had enough. Like, every single week, like, my parents were just getting beer complaints. So then they moved to Brampton. Mind you, Brampton is not somewhere that is nice. Village. At that time, Brampton was not even like what the Brampton we know now, that you could just, walk across the street, you see Wendy's, walk across the street, you see McDonald's. No. It was one of those Bramptons where you had to jog, you had to walk. It wasn't like Toronto where you could just simply just go to the convenience store and then just buy your thing and eat. No. So Brampton was boring. So me too. The thing is, if I'm going to come to Brampton and stay here as my parents wanted us to stay, I was going to have to make new friends. I was going to have to do things that were exciting. And I was 10, so I don't like staying home. I would go outside. I'll go to people's houses, go eat off their food. And African parents, they get embarrassed when you eat off people's food. I'll bully the kids in the park. I'll get their money. Like, I was just bored. Brampton was boring. Hi. Anyways, so then they realized they don't have no control over my life, and they said, okay, let us do the easiest thing that every Ghanaian parent does: ship their kids to Ghana. Anyways, so they took me. They told me a lie. They told me that I'm going on summer vacation. I'm going to see grandma. I'll be back. So I believed them. Actually getting to know the people in Brampton. And I was getting to know the people in the area. I was best friends with this girl. I forgot her name. Is it Marissa? I don't even know if she's even, I don't know where she is now. Simple. So yeah, this is when I was 10. So mind you, I was popping at that time. I even remember one time. The part that was the most part that drew the line for me to go to Ghana was when my parents were taking me back to school after suspension. I said I wouldn't go back because, at the end of the day, me being suspended, like, I was enjoying the house or whatever. So my parents dragged me into the car. The way I'm telling you, my auntie, my mom, and my uncle were all involved. They tried to drag me in the car, and the fact that I was able to bite them and run, from then they're like, okay, this kid, we cannot handle her. Baby, I'll free buy in your bussy. I'm just okay. And then the last straw, take this child to Ghana before she embarrasses my life, was when I was going to school and I said I wouldn't go, and I was skipping class at the age of 10. I was bad man back then, Anyways, so I was skipping school, skipping class, going to all these park things that, like, these people do in Brampton here. It was not even anything, like, thinking about it, I'm like, why did I even skip class? It was nothing spectacular. Like, going to I forgot the place. It's some recreational center, I don't even know what the name is, but just going there just to basically watch people skate. Like, that's how you know Brampton is really boring. Anyways, so yeah, they just, at that point, they're just fed up. The teacher's calling their house saying that your child is not paying attention in class. All she does is talk, talk, talk. They're like, okay, then we're gonna have to take her back to Ghana. And then, yeah, they said, I'm going to see grandma. You know, I was excited. You know, I'm going to see grandma, family vacation, you know. Next thing I know, my dad's like, oh, I'm not going to be able to come with you guys. It's only you and your mom. Mind you, I don't get along with my mom at that time. I did not get along with my mom at that time. So for me to be going to Ghana with my mom, I'm like, doesn't sound right. And mind you, the kids at church are already giving me warning. Yo, Evelyn, if they say they're taking you to Ghana, don't go. I'm like, it's my back case, because I thought I was still cool. I'm like, yo, can they take me? Yo, can they take me? Back then when I was young, I thought I was greasy like that. Yo, like, I thought I was like the top of the top. Like, who gave me that authority though? You better behave, kid. But no, I didn't behave. So yeah, anyways, I was gonna go see grandma, you know. Went to Ghana, you know, Kotoka International. They welcomed me nice, you know, my uncle, my cousins. As soon as I reached there, hey, that, mind you, I was big then. Obolo train. I'm like, how are you gonna call me Obolo train? What? And then the most annoying one was Obolo 2000. I just lost it, okay? My cousin now, I haven't forgiven them for calling me Obolo 2000. Like, yo, that was even the most uncomfortable moment when I was in Ghana, that, like, yo, they thought I was the biggest thing ever. I was a big kid, I can't lie, I'm still big now, but like, yo, back then, Anyways, so yeah, I was basically enjoying my stay, you know, seeing my cousins, because they also got shipped to Ghana too, because they're also being bad too. Their case is even worse. I think just because I was a girl, so it even made it like a little bit like easier, but yo, they got shipped to Ghana when they were like 9. Okay, I got shipped to Ghana when I was 10, so I'm still considered good. So they were just getting used to the whole Ghana lifestyle. They're taking me out, you know. But everywhere I would go, they'll call me Obolo 2000. Hey, Uncle Shabe na mebe Obolo 2000. So yeah, I thought, you know, everything was greasy. I'm gonna go see grandma, and I didn't go see grandma. I'm like, Mom, when am I gonna go see grandma? Mom, when am I gonna go see grandma? Yabelko. Okay, it's been 2 weeks now. Yabelko. 4 weeks now. Yabelko. 5 weeks in Ghana, and I still hadn't seen my grandma. Anyways, so basically, I was there for a month. Yeah, I was getting used to the whole Ghana life. I was like liking it a little bit. But then all of a sudden my mom's like, oh, you're gonna have to go to summer school. I thought I was here to see grandma. So why am I going to summer school? You already know how Ghanaian parents are. They get all defensive when you're asking them questions. I'm like, huh? But I thought you said you're bringing me to go see grandma. Canada. Into Jimmy Whoa. I'm like, I'll get children's aid on your ass. No, mind you, in Ghana, we don't have children's aid, okay? In Ghana, we have no children's aid, so there is no way of escaping. Okay, yeah, so at that point, I'm like, okay, no children's aid. I gotta be, I gotta be good, just gotta be on my mom's good side, because no one's gonna come save me now. So yeah, I went to 7th grade for summer school. I was enjoying it, but mind you, I was losing weight at that time, so the Obolo 2000 was coming down in bit, so that kind of made me a little bit comfortable. And I'm like, okay, so summer school, so maybe after summer school, I'll be going back to, Canada. Who born you by mistake? Who born me by mistake? No. So right after summer school, my mom's like, okay, so you're gonna have to go to school here in Ghana for a bit. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I was liking, you know what? At a point, I was liking Ghana. I was liking the whole vibes, because I was going to school, coming back home. I was used to going to school and coming back home, so I was enjoying myself. And then my mom's like, okay, yeah, so you're gonna go to school here, and you're gonna, I'm like, okay, fine, it's cool, it's alright, I get to have sun all day, nothing, I was already being, And then she broke the news to me that I'm going to boarding school. She told me I'm going to boarding school. Do you know what boarding school is? Boarding school. It sounds the same exact way. Boring school. I was frustrated. I was devastated. I was traumatized. I'm like, why does my cousins get to stay home and I gotta go to boarding school? Hey, in Ghana, boarding school. In Ghana, boarding school. Ghana boarding school is basically the playground for bullying. I thought I was Oga, but welcome to the Ghana boarding school. Hey, Charlie, the people don't play in Ghana boarding school, eh? Mind you, it was a private school, so you know it was kind of like okay, but like what I felt like I was basically in the military. Stand up, stand straight, stand straight. Hey, don't mind you when you talk to me. Hey. All these feral things. I'm like, man, I gotta behave. Because, yeah, it doesn't work like that. So, you know, my mom broke this down to me and I almost fainted. I think for 2 days I did not eat. I believe I went into fasting because I think at that time in my head, I'm like, okay, maybe God can deliver me from this. But at that point, God had already done a negotiation with my mom, so she already made up her mind that she's not taking me back to Canada. So I went to Ghana boarding school, 7th grade precisely. So yeah, Ghana boarding school. I remember I was in Queens. That was my dormitory, everything, you know. Madam Deborah, she was my teacher in that dormitory, and honestly, like, I went through it. Like, I did not like the conditions I had to go through, not because of the school, but because of the people. I remember I got bullied every time. Evelyn Kumsin and Evelyn Kumsin. I think I heard my name in every single situation. Like, let's say, for instance, who is late today? Evelyn Kumsin. Who is talking on the list? They had mind you, in Ghana, they have a talkative list, eh? Oh, don't try that, eh? Don't try that. They have those who talk, those who were whispering, those who were gossiping. They had a whole list. So I was always on the list of talkatives. I was always on the list of those who were late. I was always on the list of those who went to go eat benkun and did not return back. I was always on the list. I was just on the list of everything. I was just one of those people. I was just labeled bad. Like, at a point, even my teacher in the dormitory, she couldn't even handle me, man. Every single day, I'll end up at Mr. Brown, the director of the school's office, because Evelyn can't behave. Evelyn is talking too much. Evelyn doesn't know how to keep quiet during assembly. Evelyn, let's just say, me crab born in some local Ghana. Jeez. And you know, it didn't stop there. Like, every single day there was something new. Like, I thought, like, yo, when I thought like it wouldn't get worse is when my auntie had to cut my hair. Yo, can you believe they cut my hair in Ghana? So I think that day when they cut my hair in Ghana is when I realized that shit just got real. Like, it just got real. Like, I think that's when I realized that I was no longer a part of the Canadian kids, no longer a part of going back on that plane, going back home. No. I was a Ghanaian kid. Like, I was basically certified. Like, that was my initiation. That was the part when I realized, yes, I'm staying in Ghana. And I have nowhere to go. And no one can save me. I cannot run to Children's Aid. I cannot run to anybody. I am stuck in Ghana in boarding school. That's when I realized. I'm like, that's it. That's it. I legit thought it was it. And the kids too in Ghana, the ones, like, I remember the seniors in school, yo, they're not even easy, yo. You know what they did to me? As soon as I came back with my bald head, they're like, yo, let's see your head. Who told you to go cut your head? Kneel down. Hey, like, yo, everything was kneel down. Raise your hands. Every day, I'm like, at a point in time, like, I was getting so much punishment because I was so stubborn and I did not like to listen, that like every single day I'll be doing workouts. Raise your hands, kneel down, raise your hands. Yo, I think that's another reason why I lost so much weight in Ghana when I was younger, because every time I was so much in trouble that raise your hands, keep your hand like this, bring your hand, bring your buttocks. I think the worst part was bring your buttocks. Every single day, bring your bum, because basically in Ghana, if you misbehave, I remember Mr. Kublenu, that teacher made my ass into some like all now I have scars from that boarding school. He's like, yeah, like anyways, back to what I was saying. Mind you, the seniors did not make it any easier for me. They're like, oh, kneel down. Do you know what you look like today? No. Do you know what you did to your head? No. Obviously, dumbass. Like, I cut my hair, I get it. Okay, so do you know that the haircut you did was really ugly? Clearly. Did I ask anyone to take me to go cut my hair though? Like, did I ask anyone to go cut my hair? I didn't. So yeah. Okay, well, you look like a bulldog. Bro, at that moment, I realized I had to humble myself. So, you know, Ghana has always been the way I viewed it. Like, in terms of like water and stuff, I didn't even know what the heck water shortage was. I didn't even know what the heck go fetch water was at a point. And you know, the funny thing is that when I tell people my hardship in Ghana, they think it's basically a joke. Or did you go to the village? No, I didn't go to the village, but I experienced some village stuff. Thank you. Oh, did you go to some fande? I'm like, okay, but that's not the point. I had to fetch water on my head. I had to basically fend for myself. I had to basically fight over the showers, because in Ghana you have to share the showers. You only had 12 showers and you had like about 50 girls in one dormitory. You told me how you were gonna share the thing. Oh, it's like everything, like in Ghana, what I realized is that everything was about sharing. I hated sharing. I was so spoiled. I will say it. I just hated sharing. Especially, you know the worst parts for me when I was in Ghana was when I had to bath with the girls. Yo, that's when insecurity popped in. So, yo, in the showers with the girls, yo, some of them would have bigger bum, bigger breasts. Yo, and I remember, you know what the funny part was? When the girls had to wear a hernia, I thought I was left out. Because I'm like, yo, mom, I want a hernia. Open a hernia then. Just no go to school. What does that hernia got to do with me going to school? So I went to 7th grade for 2 years. Eventually, I got used to the system. Eventually, I got used to the lashing. Eventually, I got used to it. At a point, I was even one of the people that would be writing names. All I could just say is that at that point, like, I remember, like, in the school I went to, they categorized you by your intelligence. They categorized you by A, B, C, or D. So if you're in basically D, you're born. If you're in C, you're born number behind D. And if you're B, you're considered, yeah, you're getting there. But when you're A, you're the A students. They made it seem like you can't talk to them. Like, they made it, like, basically, if you're an A student in Ghana, it's like, you're basically higher than thou. You're basically, I don't know, you're worshipped, okay? So I at a point was in D, unfortunately. Yeah, I was in D for a while. Meaning I was a little bit behind on the academic aspect. But eventually I, upgraded to C. And then eventually when I went to B, that's when I was told I was coming back to Canada. Why did my parents want to bring me back to Canada? I don't even know till this day. So yeah, after being a bad kid and, doing my little drama here, drama there, they're like, okay, you know what? Maybe it's about time you come back to Canada, because I think you are becoming an adolescent, because that time I was 12, I was getting to become more of a woman. And they didn't like the fact that I was with only, like, mind you, I was with 4 boys, because, mandoms move like that, like, it was one of those things where it's like, my cousins were all mandoms, you know what I mean? So it was like 4 boys and 1 girl. It was like chaotic. Like, I'll be having beer fights with them when I come back home from school. You know the worst part? When I was in school, Visitors Day, I was more than expecting when we had Visitors Day. And the people would, like, parents would bring their kids papaya, Hey, they'll bring them Frankies, and I was left out because at that point my parents did not spoil me at all, and I think that really traumatized me when it came to food because I was basically in no form having access to these foods, and it was a problem, and I think that's another reason why I lost so much weight in Ghana. Damn. The part that would hurt me the most was when you ask the kids, can I have some of your food? For what? Why? No, you have to go ask your mom to bring you some. My mom's in Canada. How am I gonna go ask her? Yo, it was not fun, man. Anyway, so years went by. They understood. I became somewhat of a decent girl. I became more of a mature woman. You know, they thought that like, okay, this is the time we can bring our daughter back to Canada. So let's bring her. So I went back to Canada and I went back to church, which is basically the first place I go to when I come back from Ghana in every situation. So my dad took me to one of those Omoapa. Omoapa is basically a pastor who's in Nigeria. I went to the service because my dad brought me, whatever. So I get there, you know, the kids see me. Yo, Evelyn, you're back, man. Yo, Evelyn, you're back. Yo, Evelyn, you're... Mind you, this time, I think my brain wasn't processing that I had stayed in Ghana for so long that my accent had changed. So the kids are like, yo, Evelyn, you're back. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You are back. Oh my God, that means you're going to be like, you know, the... And I'm like, what did you just say? Evelyn, how are you? Wait, hi. Hello. How are you doing, Evelyn? I'm fine, thank you. And you? What did she just say? What? What's wrong with her? What's wrong with Evelyn? What? How are you, Evelyn? I'm fine, thank you. And you? Okay, anyways, Evelyn, we're gonna see you later. From then, I think I became one of those kids that you just don't want to roll with because my accent had dramatically changed and it was not cute. So at that point, I was basically a little insecure to talk to the kids in church, and I basically had lost my title of being a cool kid in church, you know, just one of those kids that were just I couldn't even be hyper no more because like if I try to hype up, they can't even hear what I'm saying. So it's like one of those things I just had to I had to calm down. Okay, I had to yeah. So then my parents had not moved from Brampton. And because I was being such a bad kid, I had to go to another school because all the Catholic schools in Brampton would not accept me because I had made so much records of I had to go to a public school. Yeah, me going to public school I think was one of the worst decisions my parents could have made because I was the weird one once again. I basically had to readjust to the whole Canadian thing. My accent was horrible and it was not fun. And then so for the first year, it was one of those things where it's like I was trying to find myself. It was really bad. And then all of a sudden, I had a friend called Latara. And she was basically one of those like cool kids, you know, one of those like kids that were just like vibrant with everyone. Everyone liked her. So I kind of got close to Latara. And then Latara just basically helped me, you know, get to know every cool kid in school. I think at that point, when I realized that I could be upper again, I took advantage. Started going outside again. Beer sleepovers. I'll go sleep over at Latara's house because Latara was basically the only one that understood me. And then basically everyone started to be like, okay, this girl, she's cool. This African kid, she's cool. This African kid, you know? And eventually I became I became Bada again. Like, so I'll basically never come home. I'll skip class once again. It was just getting out of control. And my parents thought that, okay, you just came from Ghana, so how are you going to act the way you're acting right now? I don't get it. You just came from Ghana. Esa wubuadie. Esa wubuadie. Hey. So yeah, I became a cool kid again, and I was basically hanging out with the cool kids. And then after that, I thought I was cool, and I had a good friend named Jessica. She was also a cool girl. You know, grade 8 was basically live. Okay, I went to every single thing they did. Once again, got back my name. You know, I felt like, I felt nice. So my parents would call me, yeah, I'm at Latara's house, so I can't come. So yeah, I'm sleeping with Latara. I think at that point, my parents started to regret bringing me back from Ghana. So I even stopped going to church because I thought I was big and bad. And then I would basically go to people's houses, talk to beer guys, you know, like when it was one of those things I was like, you better settle down or they're sending you back to Ghana. At that point, I thought like I already knew every trick in the book. So like I was being bad. Mind you, I was going to house parties. I was going to, whenever there was a fire on the block, I'll be there. Ooh. I was basically on my A game, okay? And then my parents were like, okay, you know what?
Let's go.
Maybe we should move to